La Crosse sees its first presidential visit since 2004, with President Barack Obama picking western Wisconsin as the location to announce a new Labor Department rule when it comes to overtime pay.
The president landed at the La Crosse Regional Airport at about 12:40 this afternoon. He was greeted by a group of Wisconsin politicians, including Representative Ron Kind, Senator Tammy Baldwin, and Governor Scott Walker. A couple of flights at the airport were delayed for 15 to 30 minutes while the president made his arrival.
From there, the president headed over to the Recreational Eagle Center on the UW-La Crosse campus, where an estimated 3,000 or more people gathered to hear him speak. The president rolled out his plan to guarantee overtime pay for millions more salaried workers across the country. Right now, only salaried employees making less than $23,500 a year are guaranteed overtime. The president wants to raise that cap to a little more than $50,000 a year. He says he wants to even the playing field for all workers.
We took action to protect a worker's right to overtime. Now, this is an issue of basic fairness. If you work longer, you work harder, you should get paid for it.
The president did take some time getting to the announcement of his new plan. It took about 25 minutes for the president to get to that proposal. He spent much of the early portions of his speech talking about recent job gains and comparing the policies of Governor Walker and Minnesota's Democratic Governor Mark Dayton.
But we've seen what happens when top-down economics meets the real world. We've got proof right here in Wisconsin. You had a statewide fair pay law that was repealed. Your right to organize and bargain collectively was attacked. Per-student education funding was cut. Your minimum wage has been stuck in place. Meanwhile, corporations and the most fortunate few have been on the receiving end of hundreds of millions of dollars of new tax cuts over the past 4 years. That's what's been going on here. What happens when we try middle-class economics? Just across the river, I mean, it's a pretty interesting experiment. But Minnesota's unemployment rate is lower than Wisconsin's. Minnesota's median income is around $9,000 higher.
Not everyone was pleased with the president's speech. Republicans say the visit felt more political than policy-based and took exception with the president's evaluation of the border ballot.